Hey, welcome to the Minga Sports Podcast.
Hey,
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 it's Nacho over here on the right.
and it's Garuda over here on the left.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, bro!
So,
All right, we're doing a podcast.
hell yeah, we are. All right, today's top story in the NFL. Josh Rosen got executed and is no longer on the 49ers.
This poor dude. I feel so bad.
I don't think he's I don't know. I mean, like he's just third string caliber. He cannot.
He's back up.
He cannot start in the NFL.
I don't think he was given a proper chance. You look at that Cardinals team that was around him in his first year that went 3-13.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? You had an awful O-line. I think Fitz was like hurt part of the year. And just a terrible defense. So you guys have a bad team all around with him at the quarterback, and then you totally blame him for everything. I don't know.
But
I don't think
he also wasn't standout amazing.
No, because it's very hard. You have to be a very, very good quarterback to fully carry your team when you're the only good player.
Well, not even carry, just
player.
like in the previous Super Bowl, fucking Patrick Mahomes went off while the team around him was just kind of shit.
Yeah, that's why they lost. That's why they got destroyed by 20 points.
No, but I'm saying, like, if put a good quarterback on that Cardinals team, and you'll obviously see them perform, but they still won't do good.
If you put Mahomes on that Cardinals team, what do you see? What do you get? You get maybe 6-7 wins.
No, my point is like, even if Mahomes was on that team, he would still be like, yeah, he's doing pretty good, but also the team is pretty shit.
Well, who do we see that with nowadays? Who's a good quarterback on a bad team?
Matthew Stafford.
I mean, I guess Matthew Stafford. With the Lions.
he with the Lions.
Yeah. You still don't see him as a top quarter. I mean, I see him as a top quarterback, but like a lot of people don't.
I'm in between because he's not he hasn't been put in a good spot, so it's hard to see how he's gonna do.
Exactly.
He's a great quarterback, and I bet the Rams are gonna be a little scary this season.
Put Josh Rosen in a good spot. See what happens.
And they don't. That's not a Super Bowl winning team, though.
I don't think it doesn't have to be a Super Bowl winning team. I think that team could make the playoffs. If you put Josh Rosen on the Chiefs right now, with their star power, with their good defense,
okay, the Chiefs just built a line.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
A good team.
The Cardinals had nothing. The Cardinals had
nothing
with him.
Yeah, that's true.
And what other teams has he been on? He's been on the Dolphins, who were pretty mediocre to bad when he was there, because he was fighting against Fitzpatrick for the starting job,
which was an easy decision.
He was on the Niners, where he's already
he's
already playing behind Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo, two quarterbacks which are proven better than him, I would say.
Yeah.
Trey Lance the number 3 overall pick, and Jimmy Garoppolo. And then he played on one other team. I don't remember which one, but I'm sure they were bad
No,
too.
that's it.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on Football Reference. That's it.
So you play for 2 mediocre teams, and one team where you're already designated as third string.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, he was never given a proper chance.
But also, it's like, what are you going to do? There's too many good quarterbacks nowadays where he's not good enough to get a chance. Like,
that's fair.
Go to the CFL and ball out, then we'll talk. Or the XFL, rather.
I think he should.
I think
that's what's next for him.
He's not gonna play NFL football. He's not good enough to play NFL football.
Yeah, because when you think of teams that need backups, who do you think of? I think of the Jets. Are a team
the
that
Jets
need a
have
backup.
3 quarterbacks.
Yeah, and name 3 of them. Name all of them.
See, that's a loaded question because
You can only name Zach Wilson,
yeah,
and that's it.
I know the bit where like none of them have taken NFL snaps before.
Yeah. I think having Josh Rosen, who has experience on other teams, would be good in there.
So you're saying that Josh Rosen on the Jets, so Zach Wilson
I'm
can
saying,
get a little
I'm
bit
saying
of a
Josh
view.
Rosen. I'm saying Josh Rosen to the Jets is what I'm saying. I think that'd be a good scheme fit. Robert Saleh.
I see what you're saying, but it's too late.
You think it's too late?
Yeah, what I've seen of like the media team and like of film, they're really hard on Zach Wilson and like this is our guy now. Like we have a guy and like this is our guy.
Yeah, but what happens in week 7 if Zach Wilson goes down? Who do you have? You got 2 no-names on your bench. Would you rather have 2 people who have never taken NFL snaps or Josh Rosen?
Josh Rosen.
Yeah. I think Josh Rosen could be a career backup on almost any team. Not all teams, almost any team.
Not good teams. Like he's not going to be a backup on the Packers. Teams. He's not going to be a backup on the Chiefs.
Who knows? Maybe he goes into a Nick Foles situation where starter gets hurt, he balls out.
This is true. That could be good.
Anything is possible after seeing what Nick Foles did in that season, where he won the Super Bowl. Like, I'm still astounded by that.
Yeah, because I don't know that Carson Wentz could have beat the Patriots.
I don't think he could have.
I think that that's a very different game, and 2,
yeah.
I think we win that game.
Oh yeah, this is we talk as a Patriots fan. Couldn't be me.
Who stumbled by themselves with a football running down the field?
Hey, listen, Pat Mahomes tweeted even he couldn't do that. Do you know how fast he was going? A lot of people overlook this. Dan Jones hit a top
Danny
speed
Dimes got legs?
He hit a top speed of like 22.5 or something like that.
Really? That is quick.
Yeah. It was 21 or 22.5. He was zooming.
Yeah, but also he looked like he had no idea what he was doing when he was falling. In my head, I've been like combat roll.
Because he is a scrambler that can go 20 yards. He cannot really go 75 reliably, I don't think. You know, he's not Lamar. But he can run it. But Josh Rosen, you know, I'll pour one out for him. I think his NFL career is
it's pretty over.
Looking rather low. I think he could pop off in DFL or XFL. Or what's coming back? USFL? Something's coming back.
I
don't know. But
there were 9 picks taken before him, and over this decade you have not proven that you're better, buddy. I'm sorry.
And Lamar Jackson was taken 22 picks later.
I still love that. You know the press conference I'm talking about? There was 9 picks taken before me, and over this next decade I'm going to prove that they were all mistakes.
And he was the worst. He was the worst quarterback out of that draft class, by far.
That's so disrespectful. It's like, oh, I guess I have to go to the Cardinals now, even though I could have gone to somewhere else. Because it was what? It was
the Cardinals traded up for Josh Rosen.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, Houston. Let's talk about what's going on in Houston.
Not Deshaun Watson, because that's still unfolding.
Deshaun Watson's still unfolding.
That's a whole nother thing of where is he going? Because he ain't staying. If he allegations come out, he's kind of screwed.
I think he gets released or gets traded.
There's been a lot of talk about Eagles.
If he gets released, I don't know if he gets picked up.
If he gets released, well, because the Texans are like, you're ours. If he gets released, it's because he did. The allegations are true and bad. Yeah. Which, seeing how many people came out about that, I think they're true and bad. Yeah. I think I can safely say when 20 plus people come out about that, you're kind of screwed.
But let's talk about the Texans in general.
Without him.
So
poor Tyrod Taylor, he's been destroyed by rookies who just come in and take his spot with Baker Mayfield and Justin Herbert and who else?
Listen, last year wasn't his fault. It's not his fault that the team doctor.
Okay, well he did get stabbed in the lung when he had a literal good shot at, a all right team.
Yeah, but then, Herbert broke out. He won Rookie of the Year, right?
He did, over Justin Jefferson, which people were very upset about.
I'm not. He deserves it.
Yes, Justin Jefferson
was good. He's
good,
a receiver, so they're going to favor the quarterback every 9 times out of 10. They favor the quarterback over literally any other
playing
position.
Wide receiver. I'd say maybe the easiest position on the field.
Well, we're not at hot takes yet, so
I know.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's the easiest, but it's one of.
All right, we're gonna keep going on this.
Or the most fun. But anyways.
So the Texans depth chart right now.
Yeah.
You got Tyrod Taylor, Jeff Driscoll, and Davis Mills, which was a third round draft pick. And then Deshaun Watson's 4th because uncertain. The running backs, I just realized, are kind of stacked. Their running back room is Phillip Lindsay, who was pretty good for the Broncos, just injury prone. Mark Ingram, Heisman winner.
Yeah.
David Johnson, which is a good veteran presence. And Rex Burkhead, Super Bowl champion with the Patriots.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of experience in this room, and the starter is third year? Phillip Lindsay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's good. It's by far the best position there. Wide receivers, I see Brandon Cooks, Chris Conley, and Kiki Kuti. Do with that information what you will. Brandon Cooks is good.
Yeah.
I think he's an underrated receiver. The other two are they are wide receivers in the NFL. And then I've never heard of any of these tight ends.
No.
Jordan Atkins, Pharaoh Brown, Ryan Izzo. I've never heard of them. Larry Tunsil's currently out with COVID. And other than that, their O-line's kind of mid. I wouldn't say it's the worst in the league. I'm definitely not saying it's the best in the league.
I don't have extreme NFL knowledge, but I can't name a defensive player on the Texans. I'm looking at the depth chart.
I'm looking at the depth chart of the defense, and I can name one player, and they are suspended. I can name Bradley Roby, and he's suspended for however many games. For whatever. I can name Shaq Lawson, but he's also a second string for defensive end, so whatever. So my question to you right now, does this team win a game this year?
I think they legitimately have the possibility to go 0-17 because they had the extra game. First team to go 0-17.
First team to go 0-17. You think it happens in the first season?
Not very well-known receivers could end up balling out. Tyrod Taylor could be like this, I finally have a team and ball out. But I don't know. Oh, why? What's their schedule
looking at the
like?
schedule. So first, you got 6 games, 2 against Indy, which are losses. I don't care who plays that quarterback for Indy. Texans lose that game just based off of their defense, Indy's defense. So
Week 1, Jacksonville.
Definitely lose to Tennessee twice, and I say they lose to Jackson twice. I think
second week Cleveland, they lose to Cleveland. Carolina's
it's a primetime game. Oh, it's a Thursday night game. That's what we love to see. I think they lose to Carolina if McCaffrey stays healthy.
Yeah. Buffalo.
They lose
New
to
England.
Buffalo.
Arizona.
Well, New England might be a little close.
What are you on about? That's just a bit. I know that's a bit.
I'm trying to make you mad. Arizona, they lose because Kyler Murray's gonna ball out this year.
Yup. The
Rams, they lose because Matt
not
Stafford.
even close.
They lose to Miami because Miami's gotten so much better.
And apparently Tua's been balling out in practice. That's what reports have been saying.
Tua's good if he stays healthy. I think he can be a franchise quarterback if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
The Jets.
I'd like to see more of him before I'm like sold on Tua.
If Zach Wilson is a bust, the Jets are close. If not, if he is the prophet, Robert Saleh's prophet, Zach Wilson.
I'm looking at the schedule. It's a possibility.
Yeah, and then you got Seattle, the Chargers, and the Niners, which are all playoff teams, in my opinion.
Jacksonville, they play them twice. They've been super hyped up, and I'd love to see him succeed and not go 1-15.
Yeah, I like
Jets went 2-14.
I like how Jacksonville did 1-15 though. They won the first game against the Colts, which were a playoff team, and then they lost 15 straight after tweeting, 1 down, 15 to go.
I know.
Duval.
I mean, if you look, NFL posted like best throws by the new rookies, and Trevor Lawrence had an absolute like beautiful ball, and there's no way. I'm sorry, Minshew, you ain't starting over him. It's Trevor Lawrence. He's been hyped up since he was like 17. Like,
yeah,
no.
I think Minshew starts on the bench. I don't think you can, especially with Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's gonna go with whatever the fans want. Even their preseason sucks. The Texans' preseason is Green Bay, Dallas, and Tampa.
They lose all. Oh, they won against.
No, they won against Green Bay because
I thought about Rodgers. Yeah.
Jordan Love also did not play well.
No. Tampa. What's the kid out of
Brady plays in preseason, by the way.
Does he?
Oh yeah, Brady and Mahomes both play in preseason.
What's the new kid from? Where's he from?
From
Florida.
Trask.
Kyle Trask. He's apparently been balling the hell out.
Oh, I don't know why he wasn't retired. I've been watching Kyle Trask for the last 2 years because he's been on Heisman watch for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And he's just, he's gotten outshined by Tua and Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, and like everyone is like so low on
I'm
Kyle
very
Trask.
excited for the team that they built around Brady. Brady leaves in a couple seasons. Kyle Trask has a dominant Buccaneers team for him. And like, once Brady's gone, he'll be primed and ready to go.
Yeah, I think Kyle Trask is a great draft pick from the Bucs.
Yeah, that's honestly a steal.
Yeah, but the Texans are gonna go 0-16, I think. Their winnable games are Carolina.
Really? You think?
Yeah, I think Carolina's a winnable game for them.
What about
the Jets are a winnable game because of Zach Wilson, and maybe one Jags.
What if Sam Darnold finds his new home in Carolina and he can?
All right. I think Sam Darnold I think we can label Sam Darnold as a bust.
We can, but he was also taken to a bad Jets team, and if you want to give this like Josh Rosen to bad team, I still believe in. I still believe in Sam Darnold. The
Jets will always be a bad team.
I get that.
09 was a fluke.
But I'm saying that Sam Darnold in the right place, he could do better.
I don't know.
I think he could do better.
I don't know. I'm
not saying he's not going to be a top 15. But I think he can be he could be their guy for a little bit. And if
he might be a guy that's just kind of tossed around teams if they need a veteran presence.
If they start doing, if they start doing bad, get the kid from Ohio State in a couple of years, like the kid who went from skipped his senior year.
Oh, I hate
to go to Ohio.
I hate that this kid is skipping high school
It's
to
the
go to
dumbest.
Ohio State.
No, it's so he can get money. He's getting like $1 million.
I know. He's getting.
It's a It's a horrible idea. You're throwing away like your senior year of like memories and dicking around, and I think it's a horrible idea.
Yeah,
but
I have people messaging me right now saying Sam Darnold is a bust.
Okay.
So yeah.
I understand, but I think he can do better in Carolina than he has in New York.
I don't think Carolina has weapons. They have DJ Moore, which, okay, good. McCaffrey, you're just going to hand the ball off to, and he's going to win you games.
Yeah.
Who else? You gave away Curtis Samuel to the Washington football team. Curtis Samuel, most underrated wide receiver 2 in the league. Most underrated was Curtis Samuel last year. He balled out. And, like, you don't have anyone else on offense. And you don't have anyone on defense. I don't know if Carolina wins games. I think, especially, they're in a tough division.
They are, yeah.
The Falcons play 3 great quarters all the time. 3 great quarters. The Saints, they have to figure out their QB situation, but they still have a solid defense, good line, and
whatever they pick. I think either pick is an all right choice, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. And then the Bucks are
the Bucks. The Bucks. Champa Bay.
So I don't think Houston wins. I think they're in a tough division this year. They're the weak link in it.
Mm-hmm.
You have 2 playoff teams, and Jacksonville I'd put at a fringe maybe.
And so I think Indy, if they figure out quarterback, if Carson Wentz figures out how to play football, or if one of their other QBs learns how to, be there.
We'll talk about battles later. I have some.
No, I'm just saying Indy could be good.
All right. Next topic, we got some very tragic news in the football world. Tim Tebow got released from Jacksonville. We didn't talk about this one beforehand because I just remembered it when I looked at Jacksonville. But, oh man, poor Tim Tebow.
I bet it was fun. I heard he was a very great presence to have in the locker room. You'll love to see it. But the clip went viral of him just falling over like an old man, and you can't do it.
If that clip doesn't go viral, is he on that team today?
No, because they still have the film. They're still gonna watch it.
I guess.
So, I mean, I didn't watch like any other film from Tim Tebow. I only saw that one clip. He could have had other good plays that were great, and I would have been like, cool. He just, stumbled. He stumbled at the beginning. I think you should have given him another game, personally, but
he didn't even have a target. He didn't get targeted once because I saw a clip that's like, Tim Tebow's only target was him. It was the ball doinking off of his helmet when he played for the Jets, and they did some funny thing. That's his only in-game target, and I feel bad for him. But what do you think? What do you think he's gonna go do?
He's just gonna work for ESPN or be a preacher or something.
I said he's gonna be a college football analyst,
or he'll just be like a voice of somewhere.
I was watching PTI, and they're talking about Herschel Walker, how he retired, and then he went to win the U.S. a silver medal in bobsled in the Winter Olympics. Do you think Tebow could flex to another like sort of obscure sport,
weightlifting,
like the Olympics? He is jacked.
That's what I'm saying. He's huge.
I don't know, but like
I like that idea.
But you think Tim Tebow could push a bobsled?
I think he could throw a bobsled like he hits baseballs out of the stadium.
I think he can play any sport decent.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys.
He plays quarterback great, but he can play every other sport decent. And right now, there's too many quarterbacks in the NFL.
What if? Okay, hear me out.
No.
The Jets don't have NFL like super NFL ready quarterbacks, right? There's someone
back to the Jets.
There's someone that just got released who is a quarterback, and
Josh Rosen.
No, Tim Tebow to the Jets.
No, I don't think Tebow goes back to
again.
The Jets. Tim Tebow to the Jets, but do it again.
Where's 85 ass quarterback?
I think he goes.
I think he's done. You've got to be done at this point.
He goes to the booth. Yeah, I think he goes to the booth.
It'll be a funny, hey, you tried. You're done. You can't. You're done. How is it?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's actually really good.
Aww.
I got some carbonated milk beverage from Costco, and I tried the strawberry flavor. It's pretty good. Oh, I don't like the color of it, though.
What color is it?
So if you took like a red Skittle, and you dissolved it in water, and let that color kind of seep into like
you could
water,
just say pink.
That's what it looks like.
So like milky pink or like watery pink?
Yeah. That. All right, next topic. Tebow's the Bears.
Poor.
So
poor
team. It's a poor team.
Poor fans.
They're never gonna leave mediocrity. So Justin Fields missed part of today with a groin injury.
Mm-hmm.
And their second round tackle just went in for back surgery and will be gone until at least November. So we're talking he comes back week like 12, maybe. How badly does it hurt them?
Well, it depends how long. I mean, they got Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket.
I hate when people call him the Red Rocket, but I know that it's his nickname.
You know, since he was bought up, he's the guy. They've been saying he's our guy. We don't care. Fuck you. He's the guy.
Yeah. Even today, he's like, I got something to prove.
I think there was something that he just said that he was like, yeah, I'm the guy.
Yeah, he's
and
like,
it's good.
I gotta step up or something like that. And it's like, I'm rooting for him. I like Andy Dalton on this Bears team with Allen Robinson and Darnell Mooney. I like it. I think they can be good. The Bears defense is good already.
Yep.
I think they can be good, not great. Maybe the 7th seed again at a just barely 500 record, and then they lose to any other team in the NFC in the playoffs.
I think that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're not ready to go far in the playoffs. They're just not. They won't be.
And I don't think they're ever gonna escape that mediocrity, that middle range. They can't find like the cohesion to make the team great.
Yeah. I don't know what they're missing, honestly. Like, on paper, they have people that catch the ball. Their defense is all right. Their quarterback situation is kind of figured out, but they're just not gonna do it. The Bears is the Bears.
The Bears is, their problem is they didn't draft Mahomes at number 2.
Yeah, and I want that to haunt you forever, Bears fans.
That's
so
rude.
It took Kansas City. Who the hell is Kansas City? And now, Super Bowl winning, very good team.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about this team. They like David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen, low key dangerous back. Like everyone sleeps on both of them. They're very good. You got Robinson and Mooney. Jimmy Graham is still on the Bears. Cole Kmet is good. It's just a lot of things with the O-line. Now that I'm looking at this.
I'm taking a look at the depth chart. What we got?
Yeah. The O-line is just kind of bad.
You think with a good line though that takes them?
With a good line? Yeah, I think they could win a playoff game or two. Because you look at their defense.
Their defense
Akeem
is
Hicks, Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Robert Quinn, Eddie Jackson.
They were playing against the Dolphins. They were pretty good against the Dolphins. Their defense looked pretty good.
Like, you have multiple Pro Bowlers on your defense. And then you have Allen Robinson, an underrated back. I think it is really a quarterback thing. If they had an elite level quarterback and maybe a good third wide receiver, I'd put them as an above average team.
Yeah, and if because the Packers with Aaron Rodgers, good. With Jordan Love, they're not the Packers.
No.
The Vikings going to be in second. The Vikings they're always like they're all right.
No, the Vikings missed the playoffs last year, so they'll make it this year. Have you seen that? That's been a pattern since 2014.
Is it really?
Yeah, they mismake every year for the past like 6 or 7 years. It's insane.
I think the Vikings. Did you see they wanted Justin Fields? They tried to trade up for him. Like they tried.
I don't know why. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
Yeah, don't sleep on.
And
Kirk.
I will stand by this. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback.
With you.
Yeah, everyone says he's average, mid at best. No, he is a good quarterback. He will win. He will win you games.
I'd say he could win a Super Bowl if he was in the Super Bowl. I would trust him.
If he were in the Super Bowl, I would start him over a lot of quarterbacks. I'd probably have him just outside my top 10, probably at 12 or something. If I looked at a list,
I think that's a fair analysis.
And then the Lions are just gonna.
The Lions are now bad. Sorry, Jared Goff, you had your shot, you blew it.
They gave away their 3 best playmakers.
Yeah.
Their 3 best playmakers. They just gave away.
Yeah.
They let Kenny Golladay leave, they let Marvin Jones leave, and they traded Matt Stafford. Now, like, you can't trade away your best players and then go in with this win mentality. They're in a rebuild mentality. Or they should be in a rebuild
They should be,
mentality.
they're not.
Yeah, they are in a...
I don't hear a peep from Lions being like, yo, we're gonna just, draft some picks, do some trades. All I hear is just like silence and we're gonna win.
And Dan Campbell apparently is saying, we got a lot of fun guys here. No turds is what he said.
Oh.
There's no turds in their locker room. Which, I mean, I guess. There's nothing to really say about the Lions, but the Bears, you're not gonna go too far over 500. Sorry. All right, what's next?
The Colts can be a dangerous Super Bowl winning team with the right quarterback. I said it before. Carson Wentz learns how to play football. They have a Super Bowl run, a legitimate Super Bowl run.
All right.
Wait, Jared Easton, if he can figure it out.
Jared Easton.
What's his name?
Jacob Easton.
Jacob Easton. Sorry.
Well, hold on.
It was a J.
Jacob Easton or Sam Ehlinger? I think they both had equally okay performances in the preseason.
I think Sam did a bit better.
I think they both did all right, and that's about it. Nothing great to like put on SportsCenter, but nothing bad to put on SportsCenter.
He wasn't like their rookie that they like, you know, they needed a new quarterback for this, you know, the top pick quarterback.
Yeah, he's,
you know,
they're not supposed to be playing. When they got picked and they like started this preseason, they were not supposed to be the ones playing.
Yeah, because they want to see if their Carson Wentz is good.
Now, does Carson Wentz start in week 1?
No, it's a horrible. I don't even care if he's fully healthy. That's a dumb idea. Give him a week, at least.
I would
let him coach give each of the kids a half. Let Carson sit there, coach him through.
I think it was 2 weeks ago he went in for surgery. Same injury as Quentin Nelson, by the way, which also Quentin Nelson being gone is a huge, huge disappointment. But it's a 5 to 12 week recovery. So he can come back if it's the minimum recovery time, he can start week 1. They can probably clear him for it. I don't think they should.
They shouldn't, and they probably won't.
I would probably play Eason just because he has at least one season under his belt.
He is the second string.
Yeah, he has one season under his belt where he was the backup, and he like has gone through camp. Yeah, he's gone through camp, gone through everything at least once.
But T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman Jr., he's gonna have a great year this next year. I'm thinking I want him on my fantasy team. Yeah, Michael Pittman Jr. is gonna ball out. And then you got Zach Pascal.
Okay, I'm with it. And then you have the dual threat of Nyheim Hines and Jonathan Taylor at running back.
Yeah,
that's very good. Their defense.
Their line has always been good. They've always had
the
a
line
decent
is always
line.
Good. I'm skeptical because of the Quentin Nelson.
Yeah.
And Ryan Kelly is questionable too. Ryan Kelly, their center, Pro Bowl center.
But their defense always has highlights. I always see highlights out of their defense.
I really liked the Kwity Paye draft pick for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think fortifying that interior defensive line, very good for them. And then you got DeForest Buckner, Darius Leonard. Like, you have a very good front seven. The secondary's okay. You have Xavier Rhodes, Kenny Moore.
I would love to see Indy ball out and just be good.
I don't know. I'm not a big Carson Wentz fan.
I want him to succeed. Like
after
Eagles beat the Pats, and I'm not happy about it. And even though he didn't win it, I don't like the Eagles. Obviously, screw the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't like the Eagles either.
But I just like, as a football fan, I want to see him succeed. There's so much shit being thrown on him. I want to see him succeed. Because he was good, and then they paid him, and then he stopped being good. And it's just like, you were supposed to be the guy to just, hammer in Super Bowls.
Listen, I don't like what he pulled in Philly to get out of there.
That's true.
He got upset with the coach.
He did throw a hissy fit.
Because he was not playing well. It was plain and simple. He did not have ball security, and he got destroyed. He kept throwing picks. He just didn't make easy throws.
He stopped.
He was not playing well.
Yeah.
So they replaced him, as any coach would do when someone is struggling. Let's see who else we can put in to maybe step it up. They put in Jalen Hurts. He did all right. I don't think he did anything terrible. Carson Wentz threw a hissy fit.
I've heard through the Pats and Eagles just had a camp together. They just had to practice together.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts was the best quarterback at camp. Was the
I
report?
believe it.
The report was Jalen Hurts was the best quarterback at nobody. It said that nobody stood out, but Jalen Hurts was the best.
They also
But also, he's had his season too.
They also. I mean, when you're talking about Cam, who has always been, or not has always, the past 2 or 3 years has been very inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
So he could have had an off day, whatever.
Mac Jones is still figuring out this NFL thing.
Still brand new.
Yeah.
And then
he's
the
good,
Eagles backup. The Eagles backup is Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
So with Carson Wentz, get healthy.
I'd love to see him play good again. You know, I'd love to see him be good again.
You never really want to see a player fail unless they're like your bitter rivals.
Yeah, well now he's off the Eagles, so I can like him.
Yeah. So I think the Colts do good this year. I think they're definitely a playoff team. It's just hopefully they get stuff figured out at quarter. But speaking of bitter rivals, how about them Cowboys?
I assume you really dislike the Cowboys.
I hate the Cowboys. As a Giants fan, I hate the Cowboys. And
America's team.
I hate that. I hate that they're America's team and they haven't even been to the playoff, or not the playoffs. They haven't been to the Super Bowl in 25 years.
Yeah.
But Dak Prescott.
Stay healthy, dude.
Does he deserve his salary?
No.
He is the the third highest paid, because I think Josh Allen took second from him.
Stay healthy,
third highest paid quarterback.
I know why he gets paid, and he gets paid because he can throw the football good. My cat is having a time. You good, bud?
That's good.
If he can stay healthy, I can see why they're paying him. It's just that's his problem. You saw Andy Dalton playing quarterback for the Cowboys.
It's not even the offense without that. It's just the team. Like, their defense was atrocious last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't make any adjustments for that. I don't remember. They made Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Who he's been looking good in camp, and that's about the only defensive addition they had. The only notable one, I should say. They didn't do anything in free agency.
No,
and
they're very quiet.
I think Dak put up 30, but I think that defense gives up more. The defense gives up a lot more. But I don't think...
Do you think he deserves the money?
No, I don't. I don't think he's... When you're talking in terms of money, that means at that point, you are the however highest paid. You are that number best.
When did his contract come out?
April. I want to say April
of this year.
April or May of this year.
I'm on Football Reference. 38, almost 3,900 yards. 2018, 2019, almost 5,000 yards. That's good. You know that's showing you're getting it done.
Yeah.
Last year, only 1,800.
Yeah, well, because he played, yeah. And that's in 4.5 games. He got injured in week 5. So just imagine if you had a full season.
That would have been a good season for him.
And what was the Cowboys' record at that point? They were like 3-2, 2-3, something like that.
Probably.
They had like multiple losses under their belt at that point already. Because Dak, carried them to get barely wins, and the defense blew it. So without any major adjustments, besides Micah Parsons, who could be good,
I don't think he's gonna be a star. I feel like he's just gonna be like, yeah, he's a linebacker. He does his job. He's good.
Because he's been taking on a big pass rush option now too. So he's gonna be pass rushing a lot, and playing a lot of that outside role and then going into coverage on occasion. And his coverage is it's mid. Pass rush. But Dak's not.
You think they should have who's the backup for Dallas?
Garrett Gilbert is the second string currently, I believe.
You are correct.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who's the third string? Ben DiNucci. He's still on the team.
Third is Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, that's who it is.
Who the hell is that?
I was gonna say Kellen Moore, but then I remembered he's their offensive coordinator. I only know this because one of my best friends is a Cowboys fan, so he's always like, "Yo, this player," and I'm like, "Go off, not good." But
what does he just go, "Yo, Ezekiel Elliott" or "Yo, CeeDee Lamb"?
No, he'll go like, "Yo, this is this guy. This does this and this." I'm like, all right, go off. And he's like, "Oh, I hate this guy in our secondary. He's dog shit." I'm like, your entire secondary's dog shit.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Quandre Diggs. He's in my opinion. Moving on. Rookie QBs.
We have had a lot of quarterbacks being drafted high in this draft.
It wasn't even.
Was it one, 2, 3?
There were a lot. I think there were
10
a lot
and
of
15?
good quarterbacks. There was just a lot of good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
In this draft, because you look at the big five that were drafted in the first 15. You have 3 in the first 3 picks: Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields at 11, and Mac Jones at
15.
You have Davis Mills going to the Texans in the 3rd round, I think. Kyle Trask, Sam Ehlinger, Kellen Mond. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks with a very high ceiling going in these first few rounds. It's kind of crazy.
And, of course, Trevor Lawrence, he was going to be the number 1 overall pick since, he was like 16, 17 years old. But yeah, good for him. He's kept his, like, skill and fame. He could have been good in high school, dropped off in college. I mean, he still can drop off in the NFL. I don't think he will.
A lot of quarterbacks who are high in college, like, drop way down to hit the NFL. They'll go through college all right, and then they'll drop down and fell after being a 5-star recruit. But
I feel like once Trevor Lawrence learns how the NFL works, he'll be a pretty decent quarterback. Yeah, I mean, it sucks. He sucks in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is not going to be a Super Bowl winning team anytime soon. He's not going to get a ring anytime soon.
No.
If he moves, maybe. Maybe.
Now, do you think Trevor Lawrence is an all-time college quarterback? An all-time great?
Yeah.
You wait, really? You put him up there?
I mean, his fame alone would put him up there. He did pretty good.
Yeah, but you'd put him up there against Peyton Manning, even Joe Burrow. Recently was good. Andrew Luck did pretty good in college, and you can go all the way back to John Elway. Like, there are some greats.
He's not the best college quarterback. He's pretty good.
Okay.
I think he's pretty good. It's Trevor Lawrence. It's easy. It's very easy to say he's good, but it's Trevor Lawrence, and he has film to back himself up.
He's got to prove something. He's got to prove something to me in the regular season. I think probably by week 6 or 7, I'll have a definitive answer on how Trevor Lawrence will be. Do you think
he moves once his contract is over? If another team is in desperate need of a quarterback, and he's in free agency,
or do you think 4 years? Now you're talking 4 years down the line,
or do you think they just extend him for a crazy amount of money? If I had to say right now, I say Jacksonville dumps money into him.
I think if if all the hype is still there,
if he stays Trevor Lawrence throughout the next 4 years.
If he stays Trevor Lawrence throughout the next 4 years, Jacksonville will dump money on him, and he will stay there forever. He will stay there. If he drops off a little bit, I still think Jackson. I think he's gonna be career Jackson guy.
I think he will too.
He's gonna stay with that team until he's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe 10 years down the road. Maybe he'll decide like, maybe I want to go somewhere else if he hasn't won a ring yet. Which I don't think Jackson.
I think if he does perform, and not say that he gets them like really good, winning. If he performs well, I think they start listening to him and be like saying to Tom Brady, "Hey, let's get this guy. Hey, let's get that receiver. Let's get that center. Let's get that linebacker."
I think you give him 3 years, and he
has to say,
that is his team.
Oh
he's
God,
gonna he's gonna be wanting in the war room on draft day. You're gonna want to listen to him on free agency because he can say at any point during like that 3 years.
And if he's good 3 years down the road, people are gonna want to play with Trevor Lawrence. I mean, people right now want to play with Trevor Lawrence.
I would want to play with Trevor Lawrence.
God, give me a 1 year deal. Play with Trevor Lawrence. If he stinks, I'm gone.
Listen, I hear you got an extra spot on the depth chart for tight end.
Yeah.
Just drop those guys. But Trevor Lawrence, I think, could be great in the NFL. I haven't seen enough on if he'd be elite. I think he'll be great.
I agree with that.
Rookie. Zach Wilson's the next rookie.
Overhyped. I think he's so overhyped, and I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I just don't think he's going to be because a lot of analysts said that Jacksonville should take Zach Wilson should be the number 1 overall. And I get that.
That's just wrong.
He was good in college against bad schools. He has been so overhyped, saying that he's the next Patrick Mahomes. He's not. He's not going to be Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is he's one person. There's only going to be one Patrick Mahomes.
When you look at BYU, who Zach Wilson played in college, he played one top 25 team. And that in his senior year. And that top 25 team was Coastal Carolina, who also played one top 25 team, which was BYU. The only matchup that they had that were top-ranked teams were each other. So BYU just kind of coasted through. They got like a 10-win season in COVID year. And, like, they didn't play anyone of note. Besides maybe Boise State. Boise State's always been a fringe top team, but last year they definitely regressed. But
I think Zach Wilson is overhyped. I'd love to see him succeed. I'd love to see all the rookies succeed, obviously. But I don't think he's just gonna be the Jets' answer. He's not gonna just be he's not gonna be Justin Herbert and ball out his first season, win Rookie of the Year. He's not. He's just not gonna do that.
Not. So, would you really love to see all the rookies succeed? Because I'm going to bring it to Justin Fields for a minute.
Never mind, because I retract that statement.
Trey Lance, because I know we have the same opinion on Justin Fields.
Easy. We can wrap up Trey Lance in like 2 sentences. He's good. He'll be the answer after Jimmy. Done.
I think Trey Lance starts like week 10. I think week 10, depending on playoff situation, week 10 through 12, they might bench Jimmy. That's my opinion.
I think if it's not another Niners Super Bowl run with Jimmy, if Jimmy doesn't push as hard as he did last time, I'd say late in the season it's Trey's turn. Trey, I think, is good. I think he's a solid pick. I'm glad that the Niners took him so I could have Mac Jones because I wanted him. I'd watched almost all of his season. I had my eyes on him.
Yeah, you really wanted Mac Jones.
I screamed on draft night. I was so happy. I wanted him so bad. And then when Chicago traded up, I was like, kill me now.
When Chicago traded up,
because Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
You instantly went, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then they said Justin Fields, and you were so excited because
Well,
you knew
because
that the Pats were going to get Mac Jones.
I don't. Now that I look back on it, I don't see Mac Jones fitting into Chicago that well.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Mac Jones, Bama Mac Jones sits in Patriots like schemes so well. I mean, that's why we took him. But
yeah, I think you got Cam on one more year. I think next year, week 1, Mac Jones starts without a doubt in my mind.
I'd love to see it.
He is a young Tom Brady. He is one of the smartest quarterbacks we've ever seen.
He's got that photographic memory.
Yeah, I was watching the preseason game against Washington. Mac Jones made great decisions. His receivers just dropped the ball.
And
if I were Belichick, I would play Mac Jones with the first strings a lot more often.
My only harp was his footwork was pretty bad.
His footwork was bad, and I think his footwork and speed are probably his only downfalls.
Hey, we got the first. We got the first. He ran for the first.
He did run for the first,
and that's all his legs need him to do.
He needs if his legs can
we have running
for 2
backs.
yards and do well. I don't know how good your running backs are. Who do you got? James White and Sony Michel.
All I'm saying, yeah.
I put them as mid.
All I'm saying is, we don't need him to run. That's not our bit.
Okay.
We're a throwing team. That's always been our thing. If we need to run for a couple yards, I bet he will. Will he QB sneak for that 1 yard? Yeah, I bet he will. Is he gonna run for 85 and trip? No, he'll make it. He gets tutties all day on those.
So rude. He got the touchdown on that drive too.
No, I know.
I remember watching that. I remember watching that live. And I was like, damn, that really just happened.
But no, he fits into our scheme so well. I mean, he ran Patriot plays at his pro day. He was running Navy just to, hey, hey, Bill, look, this is your thing.
So let's talk about Justin Fields and what we both dislike about him. I think he's going to be a much worse Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm not that big on Lamar Jackson.
I am also not big on Lamar Jackson.
I'd probably put him at number 7 on my quarterback rankings.
Just because
he's good at running the ball. He's good at running the ball. He can win games for his team. He does have clutch potential. It's just his throwing's not entirely there. I don't think. I don't think he's got. He doesn't have the strongest. What?
Who are you talking about?
Lamar.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think Lamar's throwing is totally there. His arm isn't like Mahomes level strong, and he's not always accurate. But he can show up when you need him to. Justin Fields,
you can't say that throw when the tight end was nobody was he was an acre from any defender. You can't say that was a good throw. I love what you said about it. You said that like anybody who can throw a ball can make that play, and you're right.
ESPN or someone posted 3 Justin Fields clips on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull it up. Let's see. So, in one, and everyone's like praising him, like, "Oh, he did the best," and like 14 for 20. Yeah, it's pretty good. And he didn't get too many yards though.
No.
So, in one of the plays, it's the line gets blown up. He runs to the outside and runs for the touchdown.
I know that play. Yeah.
Touchdown. He makes he kind of put himself in a dangerous spot at the goal line. He tucked his head down, tried to run into a receiver, which you're not supposed to do.
You shouldn't. You drop your shoulder.
Want the touchdown. Yeah. The second play was his touchdown pass, which he had so much time.
That's one complaint I have about the entire preseason with these new rookies. All their highlight plays their line is blocking them and they have just hours of time to throw the ball.
Justin,
Like, yeah,
Justin
they're going to make a
Fields
good
had
throw. They have so much time. They're so
his
Just
average
go.
time in the pocket was 4 seconds, I think. Which is insane. 4 seconds in the pocket is nuts. So he's literally just sitting there. He's not moving. He's just sitting there, kind of like, hopping a little bit, checking his options. And he throws it in completely blown coverage to a man who, if he dropped that football, would have been cut from the team at that game. He would have been pulled, and he would have been cut. It was a wide open pass, and he walks 5 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, he's there for so long. Like, yeah, he's going to throw.
And then the final one, he was under a little bit of pressure. He'd stayed in the pocket more than 4 seconds. So he rolls out and throws a ball almost into the dirt.
Oh, I know the play you're talking about, yeah.
His receiver had to drop to his knees, extend his arms all the way to bring it in. And they're like, this man is doing great. He's so special. No, his receiver carried him, his line carried him, and he ran. That's not what you see from quarterback level, NFL level quarterback.
If you're very good at football, yeah, you're going to do good at Ohio State. You're going to play some... I'm laughing at the same thing you are.
Ohio State quarterbacks. That's what I'm laughing at.
Oh.
Ohio State quarterbacks have not proven to be very good so far. The Bears drafting quarterbacks have not proven themselves. This is just a recipe for disaster.
Like the throw made by Trubinsky and like, I don't remember. It was like a wide open play to the like back of the end zone, and the guy just dropped it. I don't know if you know the play I'm talking about. It was from like last season.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, Trubisky was never good in a Bears uniform. He's never
good.
I don't think Trubisky was ever great.
He looks good in a Bills uniform. He's gonna get a ring from it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
This man played at North Carolina. Like, they were never good. I don't know how he was drafted second, if I'm going to be entirely honest. I don't know how. And he passed up on Deshaun Watson and Pat Mahomes.
It's because they had their eye on him for like forever, and then and then he's like, "Yep, we can get him, so let's do it." Because it's my team.
They traded up to 2.
Yeah, because I wanted him so bad.
I hated that. All right, let's talk about some other quarterback battles in this league. So the first one we're gonna do is the Saints.
What has been I haven't heard anything about it's an open competition. It's somebody's
no, I heard some. They were very bad in their first preseason game. Both of the quarterbacks were very bad.
I didn't watch the Saints, so I haven't seen anything.
I think Jameis starts, but Taysom goes in for some snaps.
Yeah.
I think Taysom's going to play the same role he did with Breeze, where he'll come in wildcat formation and he'll run it, or sometimes he'll throw it. But I think if you want to win games and make the postseason, you play Jameis Winston. I don't care that he threw 30 interceptions in a season. He also threw 33 touchdowns.
Yeah,
he's thrown for.
I think people are a little too hard on Jameis Winston.
He's thrown for 4,500 passing yards multiple times. I think he's a good quarterback, and their defense is good. Their line is good. They have weapons. You can win with Jameis.
I just fact check you. Yeah, kid can throw the ball. 2019, 5,000 passing yards.
Yeah. His last full season where he threw 30.
Oh, that was the 30-30, yeah.
Touchdowns. He threw over 5K yards. That's insane. I don't care. I don't care what team you play for. That's nuts.
That's a lot of yards.
And you got Michael Thomas. You got Slant Boy himself. Who else do they have? Let me check.
Man, there are a lot of talks about Michael Thomas leaving the Saints, and I was like, Bill, we got money in the bank, right? We got it. We got a couple of bucks,
I don't
right?
think you. I don't think so. Michael Thomas, Traquan Smith, Marquez Callaway,
It's okay. We have enough tight ends to play receiver.
along with Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, and Devonta Freeman in the backfield, which is very good. I think the Saints make the postseason. I think they get the 6th seed.
I think they also make the postseason, but they're not going to the Super Bowl.
Oh no, I don't think they go to the Super Bowl.
No.
I don't know if they don't go to the Super Bowl. I think all they are missing, I would get maybe another reliable receiver, and then your franchise guy.
Yeah.
Franchise.
You're right.
Oh man, Ian Book. I forgot about Ian Book. They drafted him.
I mean,
Trevor Siemian is. Trevor Siemian's on the Saints.
Oh.
You know, the guy who went out for 3 snaps for the Jets and then broke his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ian Book, I think, was an underrated pick out of Notre Dame.
But Jameis Winston, if he balls out, that could be very good for the Saints.
I agree. I think Jameis can be very good. Taysom Hill can be the same role he's played for the past years.
Yeah. He hasn't really gotten his, like, he doesn't have a place in the NFL world.
He reminds me a lot of Tim Tebow.
He does.
Taysom Hill reminds me a lot of Tim Tebow. He's the guy you put in weird scenarios, and he can make a play for you. The next quarterback battle, you wanted me to put this in. The Eagles.
What is...
Do you really think Joe Flacco wins the quarterback battle against Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts wasn't the answer for him last year.
They're all in on him. I think they're all in on him this year. I don't know if it's much of a battle.
I understand that, but is he going to perform like they want him to? Is my question.
No. You won't.
I understand that, like, Jalen Hurts is the guy right now, but, like, he's not, you know.
But does Joe Flacco perform better?
He could.
Also, no. No, the answer is no. I don't care if you bring up the Super Bowl argument with Joe Flacco. His defense won him that game. Both the times the Ravens have won the Super Bowl, it's been because of their defense. Nacho, name the starting quarterback for the 2000 Ravens. Trent Dilfer. Have you ever heard of that guy?
No.
Yeah, that's my point. Joe Flacco's going to go down as someone who won a Super Bowl who doesn't deserve to be this, who didn't really deserve it. He was on that team. He threw yards. That's it. I think you could have put any quarterback. I think you could have put Josh Rosen on that team, that 2012 Baltimore Ravens team, and they would have won a Super Bowl.
I am just happy that he won that Super Bowl. I had a bet. TJ would always bet. My brother would always bet against the other team, and this was like the one year they finally won. Finally, my team won the Super Bowl, and this is when I didn't care about football. I just cared about TJ not winning the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Who he also didn't care about football. He just wanted to be right and to win. No. And I was just like, the Ravens got it, and that's why I've always had like I've always had a sour side for the 49ers, being like, screw you guys.
Yeah.
Because of that Super Bowl specifically.
Yeah. The next team, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence, I think, beats out Minshew.
I think that's the obvious question, but why haven't they said it yet? Like, man didn't poop for 2 weeks. You at least give him some closure.
I think it's still close.
Well, yeah,
I think that's why.
I also think that you have a new guy and a guy who's been in the league for a little bit who's which are pretty even skill levels, if you ask me.
Yeah, Minshew's been okay. He got hurt last year.
I think what you see is how well does Trevor do in the preseason, and then maybe do like one Minshew game, one Trevor game. Who does good stays.
Yeah, I think you start with Minshew, and if even if at halftime of that first game, if he's not performing, sub in Trevor.
Yeah, and then Trevor can kind of like Drew Bledsoe. Like Drew Bledsoe's the guy, and then Brady comes in. I think that's gonna be the same thing. Trevor's gonna have it.
Got hurt.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, once Trevor comes in, Minshew's never going back.
Yeah, I think
once Trevor's in, that's it. That's done for Minshew.
I think no matter what, Trevor starts more games than Minshew.
Which was my comparison, by the way, is that like Minshew's done after that.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for Minshew because he's actually like talented. He's actually a talented quarterback.
I agree with you.
He's underrated. As much as hype as everyone gives, he's still an underrated quarterback. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's on Jacksonville. He's not actually that good, whatever." And it's like, yeah, but still, he's performing with what he has.
Yeah.
But I think Trevor takes over. Probably week 1 or 2.
I think
definitely early on, Trevor takes over.
By week 3, Trevor is in control.
Mm-hmm. I think the biggest quarterback battle is the Broncos. Who do you think's winning right now?
Drew Lock is winning.
I hope Drew Lock's
easy.
winning.
I sent you a post about Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, and it was like, oh, Teddy's going off, and he had like 80 yards, and he was like 7 for like 13 or something, and I was like, yeah, like, what is that?
No, I think he was like 7 for 9.
1 touchdown, 74 yards, 7 for 8. Like, that's not good. I'm sorry, that's not 74 yards is nothing.
He averaged a first down.
8.
Every time he made a completion, he averaged a first down.
8 attempts. I don't care if he got a touchdown or not. 74 yards and only 8 attempts. That's not a lot. You don't post about that, NFL.
That's plus yards after reception.
Yeah, you don't post about that. I feel because Drew Lock has been working his ass off with Peyton.
Drew Lock is the future of that team. I think.
Once Drew Lock figures it out, you know, sorry, Teddy, you're not. That's not your team. That's Drew's team.
When Drew Lock starts playing at
what they want,
I would say when he starts playing at a great level, they win a Super Bowl.
I could see
the Broncos win a Super Bowl
if they keep their defense and everything like it is.
I think they have the best defense in the league. I'm gonna go out there and say that right now. I think they have the best defense in the league. You got Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. You got Justin Simmons. You got Kyle Fuller. That is a good, very good football team. I don't know how many they lose. I think they make the playoffs this year. I think 3 AFC West teams make the playoffs. And it's the Chiefs, because obvious reason.
The AFC West is just good.
I think they rival the NFC West for best division. I really do.
Yeah.
I think
they have have so much talent there.
I think that the best team in the AFC West is better than the best team in the NFC West, and the worst team in the AFC West is better than the worst team in the NFC.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm looking at this depth chart for the Broncos defense, and it's so good. It's so good. Kyle Fuller, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons, Ronald Darby. With Pat Surtain on the bench.
And Pat Surtain has been doing good. There was a highlight. He got a pick 6. It was a beautiful pick 6. It was pretty good.
Add that with a healthy Von Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Bradley Chubb.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Very good team. And their offense isn't too bad either. If you have Drew Lock, who's right now is number 1 on the depth chart, playing well, he's throwing to Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, and Noah Fant. Those are 4 NFL caliber weapons. They all deserve to be where they are. Melvin Gordon, I think running back is their weakest spot. Melvin Gordon's not what he used to be.
Well, Broncos is not a rushing team.
Well, they had Phillip Lindsay, and then they gave up Phillip Lindsay, and now I think if they had him, they'd be a lot better. But yeah, they never have been a rushing team. They've always been a passing offense.
I would say next couple of years, like maybe in a year or two, Broncos are gonna make a Super Bowl push. A strong one at that.
I think in the next 5 years, I think within the next 4 years, they make the playoffs all 4 times, and they probably make 1 Super Bowl in there. Because they have talent and they have young talent.
I would agree with you.
Like, I know I said like Von Miller's probably like one of their oldest guys, and he was drafted 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of their secondary still got years in the bank still. Their receiving core is super young. I think Broncos have a lot of longevity. I think they're good. Finally, the Pats.
You skipped over a team, the Colts.
Oh, the Colts. We already talked about the Colts.
We did, actually, yeah.
Yeah. So the Pats, who wins? Mac or Cam? Mac and cheese?
Mac and cheese. No, Cam is gonna start for us, I believe. We got him back. He's been working so hard. He's been throwing the ball, and it hasn't looked too bad for us. Cam is gonna start. I think he said recently. Bill said that Cam is our guy. He's been saying all along that Cam is our guy, but I do see if Mac Jones is just like, if something clicks with his footwork and he just starts balling out more and more, or if Cam starts just not performing, Mac's going in. And
at the end of the day, the Bill Belichick is gonna put the best players he can on the field. Whether that's Mac or Cam, no one knows. But when September whatever hits, whoever's the better quarterback at that moment is gonna be on the field. Doesn't matter experience, doesn't matter whatever. Bill Belichick wants to win games, especially after last year.
He saw Brady and he wants another ring.
Yeah.
He just wants another ring. And I think he could get one while he's still in the league.
I think Mac Jones is the player of the future for the Patriots.
Oh, God, yeah. He has the potential.
I don't think he starts until later in the season.
And there was this whole thing about he could start against Brady, mini Tom Brady versus Tom Brady. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think,
unless Cam is just not doing it for him, I don't think that happens.
So keeping with the quarterback trend, sort of. Big Ben.
What's going on with the Steelers?
Pittsburgh. The Steelers are a weird team, and we're gonna go over that like more in depth when we get to the division. But the Steelers are a weird team.
Yeah, everybody thought undefeated season, and then loss after loss.
After loss after loss after loss.
And then choke playoffs.
They went 11-0. And
which was deadly. Like that's good. They
went 11-0, and then they went 0-6. They lost their last 5 regular season games, and they got killed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I remember watching that playoff game and I was smiling. I was so happy.
I was also watching that playoff game.
I'm not a big Steelers guy.
No.
And I wanted the Browns to win. I wanted the Browns to go to the Super Bowl this year. I think that would have been funny.
Yeah.
But
I'd like to see the Browns in the Super Bowl eventually.
But the Steelers are a weird team. Like,
they have 3 quarterbacks, not including Big Ben. Not including Big Ben. They have 3, which I've been under the impression that Mason Rudolph was going to be the guy after Ben, which supposedly was going to be this year until Big Ben was like, nope, not done.
I don't think Mason Rudolph is an NFL
and then
quarterback.
he's not the best quarterback for the Steelers. Like out of the 3, he did do the best.
The Steelers quarterback situation is so weird because you see Big Ben and he's like, I'm in the best shape of my life. Yeah,
and then he comes in
round is a shape, buddy.
Because he doesn't like the nickname Big Ben.
Well, he's a big guy. He's not mobile. He's almost 40. You're not going to see him running around. I don't understand why these people are like, he's going to be, it's going to be like when he won the Super Bowl. Like, no. He's so much older. His arm is, like, still kind of fucked from when he had elbow surgery, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he can't run, which is actually kind of a big part in the game today.
That's true.
So, Big Ben's going to start for the whole season unless he gets injured, but I don't think this team's that great, in my opinion.
That is what they said about the Steelers last year, and they did what they did because everybody was like, Big Ben can't throw the ball, and they turned out not to be a problem, but.
So then we get to the future of and you see Mason Rudolph.
I think Dwayne Haskins was the standout player for them, if I remember.
Dwayne Haskins is getting QB2 reps behind Ben. He's getting QB2 reps.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. He didn't fit with Washington. He had a lot of off-field issues, and a lot of players continue off-field issues when they're even after everything they've gone through.
Yeah.
And then you got that's not Duck Hodges. You got Josh Dobbs. I thought Duck Hodges. You got Josh Dobbs, who he's never gonna play. He's never really gonna play. Let's be real.
No. He's Dwayne Haskins is better than him. I think Mason Rudolph is a bit better than him.
Yeah, but I think they need to draft a quarterback. I think if the Steelers get a high enough draft pick, I think that they might get Spencer Rattler out of Oklahoma.
Yeah. That might not be a bad idea.
I would not be surprised, and I would not be too upset. But I think that is a possibility, but they need to start looking at long-term back. Yeah, the rest of the team is right.
I mean, Juju's overrated, but Juju still performs.
Juju's listed as the second receiver on the depth chart.
Wait, what?
He's listed as wide receiver too.
Oh.
Deontay Johnson's right now is number 1, and Claypool's number 3.
Claypool balls out.
Claypool balls out, but he's recently injured.
Yeah.
And also, he's just I think he's just mini Juju. I think he balled out that season. He might ball out this season, and then he's just gonna turn to TikTok again.
He needs to stop. He genuinely needs to stop that. I saw whatever the
Devin Bush.
Yeah, he was like anybody who's an adult has TikTok on their phone.
No grown man should have TikTok on their phone. I agree, Devin Bush. I agree. But James Washington, he wants out. He requested a trade. He's a good receiver. I don't know why they're not giving him better reps because he's 4 right now. He's number 4 on their team. I get it. Your receiver, your receiver room's kind of stacked, but James Washington deserves more. I think.
I don't think this next coming years the Steelers are not going to be great. It's not going to be a great time to be a Steelers fan these next coming years.
I think they're denying the rebuild right now.
They're keeping Big Ben. They're trying to keep everybody and make it seem like it's the old days, and it's not. It's just genuinely not.
Their defense is good. It's fairly young, except Joe Hayden. But like T.J. Watt's young, Devin Bush is young. Hayward's getting up there. Tyson Alualu is kind of getting up there. Terrell Edmonds, Minka Fitzpatrick are both in their prime. But the defense is looking very solid for them this year. I don't know if the offense is gonna cut it.
I'm just looking at their schedule. First week Buffalo loss. Second week Vegas, the Raiders loss.
They lose
Third
to the
week
Raiders.
Bengals. That's a game. I don't know.
They go 1-1 with the Bengals this year. Oh, I'm looking at this schedule. Oh,
Green Bay loss. Denver loss. Seattle loss. Browns loss.
Bears is gonna be close.
Detroit that's a win. Chargers loss, in my opinion. The Chargers are a better team than the Steelers right now.
Cincinnati, we said they go 1-1. I think they lose both to Baltimore. They lose to Minnesota.
They lose to Tennessee. Kansas you're not beating Kansas City. This is not a great time to be a Steelers fan.
No, their primetime games are so weird. Seattle, Chicago, Minnesota, Chargers, and Cleveland. Ugh. Those are weird. But I don't...
The wins that the Steelers get this season are going to be hard fought.
I see
very hard fought wins.
I see 2 gimmies. And the rest
you're going to have to work for your season.
Yeah. So good luck, Steelers fans. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of divisions, I guess let's go into some division predictions, shall we?
Yeah.
Who do you
We start in AFC or
like?
NFC?
I don't care. Let's start AFC.
AFC East.
Sure. Let's start in the East.
Let's start with my division.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. Bills, obviously, you're going to take it. Pats, then Dolphins.
Ooh, spicy take.
We're getting at least...
Let's hear why.
Honestly, the Patriots have weapons. If we need Mac to come in, Mac will come in. I see the Pats... Our defense is still good. We're better. We're better than the Dolphins. We're better than the Dolphins.
Your defense has improved.
Yeah, it has.
Because you got Van Noy back.
Mm-hmm. We have Hightower.
And Hightower came back after he opted out. I still think the Dolphins.
The Dolphins are going to do good. I think maybe we have a very similar. It's going to be very close.
So we're agreeing Bills at the top, Jets at the bottom.
Yes.
Right? Okay, good.
I think both the Dolphins and the Patriots get 10 wins. At least.
Really?
Both get 10 wins.
I can see a lot of teams in the AFC getting 10 wins.
I think maybe the Pats and Dolphins might have maybe 11-6, both of them. I could see that happening.
I can see a lot of teams just in the AFC in general get... The AFC wildcard race is going to be tough.
I could see, the Bills going 14-3 or something, and I could see the Dolphins and Pats going 11-6. Easy.
Yeah. See, now the thing is, you're going to get 11-win teams that aren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Where
the NFL
when you were an 11-win team a few years ago,
you won the Super Bowl.
You were the 3 seed. Easily you were the third best team.
We're going from there's good teams and bad teams to most teams are good in the NFL, and you're gonna have to fight for every game.
Yeah, I think Miami still edges out New England, but I think New England holds a solid third, and they're a fringe playoff team.
AFC West, Chiefs top.
Chiefs at the top. I'm torn.
I was just about to say
Chargers and Broncos.
I was gonna say Chargers and Raiders.
The Raiders didn't do anything this offseason, so they're gonna be the same 8-8 team they were last year, which got them.
I guess it'd be 8-9 or 9-8.
The Raiders always have a bad off season.
The Chargers have been putting in work.
I think the Chargers, as much as we were just hyping up the Broncos,
I think they beat out the Broncos because they have their quarterback situation figured out.
The Chargers do have their quarterback situation. So they start Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
They got Eckler in the backfield, Keenan Allen and Mike Williams going deep. I think that's, I think
their line is good.
Yeah. I think, because who'd they just get? They got, God, who's the kid out of Northwestern? Slater. They got Rashawn Slater out of Northwestern, I think he's gonna be phenomenal. Next Quentin Nelson. I'll say it here. Next Quentin Nelson.
I could back that, actually.
He's gonna be
he's gonna be pretty good.
Great offensive lineman. And then I'd put Broncos. I put Raiders at the bottom.
I would also, but the Raiders. Every game against the Raiders.
I'm overhyping Denver so much.
I think the Raiders.
Their defense is so good.
The Raiders are gonna be like a. You don't know. The Raiders could just like dog you one game.
The Raiders will get 11 wins or 11 losses this season.
Yeah,
I think they finally stride away from mediocrity. I think they'll get 11 wins or 11 losses.
I don't think it's gonna be like I think it's gonna be a hard fought battle every Raiders game.
Yeah, because they beat the Chiefs last year once, and they went to overtime the second time. I think I was watching both those games. Like, they're a good team. Derek Carr, I don't know about him saying he'll play till 45.
No, I don't know.
Not everyone's Tom Brady. I think
they would have won the game without the Fitzmagic play. The face mask.
Yeah, that's true.
They would have won that game without that.
They need to draft better.
They do.
Mike Mayock does not know what to do when he is drafted. And they'll always draft these weird, like, players who should be going in the third or fourth round in the first round. And then it comes to the later rounds and like, what the fuck do we do? I think if they drafted better, I think Henry Ruggs was a good pick for them. And that's the only good pick that I've seen them take in my lifetime.
Yeah, I think the Raiders, I think actually, yeah, exactly what you just said. If they can like get the pieces that they need, it's hard because, like I said, teams are getting good in the NFL. It's stopping from like good and bad teams to
every team
is good.
Yeah, and the Raiders always get the position that they need.
Yeah.
Like, they traded away Khalil Mack and they picked up another edge rusher, which was good. It's just that edge rusher's name is Clean Farrell, and he should have been drafted in the 4th round, not the 1st. Not 6th overall or something like that. But whatever. The Raiders are going to win or lose. AFC North. We're just talking about them with the Steelers. I have some hot takes for this one.
I know what you're gonna say, and I agree with you. Go ahead.
Browns win it.
Browns win it.
Browns win the division. I don't see a universe where. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna go that far. I think the Browns are the best team in this division. I don't care what you say about the Ravens. The Browns are the best team.
I would agree with you there. I'm backing you. I think the Browns are the best team.
We both have the same opinion on Lamar.
Yep.
He's
overrated.
I don't think he's MVP. I don't think he will ever get to that MVP level again.
I like that he was the cover of Madden. He's a very hyped up player, and people like to talk about him. Good idea, Madden. Putting him on the cover.
He is a human highlight machine.
Yes,
but that does not always translate to consistent play on the field.
Sometimes he ain't putting up highlights.
Yeah, sometimes he puts up lowlights, like getting COVID like 3 times,
or just like leaving to take a shit and then have to come back in.
Yep. But also Trace McSorley, rest in peace. Man's getting surgery. Dude. I was so upset.
He throws it on a dime.
Like he ain't even trying.
He's just a kid from Briarwoods. He wears number 9. I mean, no, number 7 now.
Yeah, he's a. Shout out to Justin Tucker who said, "I'm not giving up number 9 to a backup because you have a song."
But dude, if you bring the blitz, he scrambles out and lets the motherfucker fly.
All right, I think we've had enough of that. I think the Ravens make the playoffs.
Of course they do.
Get. I think they get the first or second wild card spot. You know, they get to beat up on the Steelers and Bengals twice a year, so that's 4 instant wins. I think they're a decent team, and the Bengals I think get 3rd. I think Burrow wins comeback player of the year. As much as I want Saquon to win it, Burrow's gonna take it because he's a quarterback.
If Burrow doesn't get rocked by the Washington football team, he could do pretty good. And the Steelers, we talked about. The Steelers are not doing great.
We talked about the Steelers' offense will actually just blow it for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Steelers are gonna have a lot of low-scoring games because their defense is good. But their offense, like, you got to find a big playmaker there. Juju
is not your guy.
Big playmaker.
He's not your guy.
Here's hoping Najee Harris is a good playmaker.
So far, he has been in the preseason.
Yeah. So the AFC South, we've talked about 3 of these teams in depth already.
Titans, Colts, Jaguars, Texans.
Yes, sir. I have that exact ranking.
Titans are a strong team.
Are too good.
You now get Julio Jones with AJ Brown, Ryan Tannehill,
the most underrated quarterback.
Ryan Tannehill. You have Derrick Henry. You're strong. You're fierce. You're gonna win games.
Yeah.
And we talked about the Colts. Colts, you figure out your quarterback. You are set. You can make a Super Bowl run soon. They can make one soon if they figure it out.
The Tennessee defense, it's not that bad. A lot of people kind of shit on it.
Because their offense is better.
Because their offense is just so stacked. Like, who do you still got on this? Rashaan Evans, Bud Dupree, Kevin Byard, Amani Hooker, Janoris Jenkins. Oh, that's funny. But you still got a pretty decent defense. I think they can hold off points enough for your offense to put up 80 a game.
They did it last season. They were in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Titans do very well. I could see them making another AFC Championship appearance in the near future.
Colts can go 11-6. They can go 12-5. They can do good.
Yeah, I can see the Colts making it out of the wild card round, maybe upsetting a 2 seed.
Mm-hmm. The Jags do all right. That's all I'm going to say. They're going to do.
I think they still have a losing record.
No, they're not. No, yeah.
I'd put them at 7-11 or 7-10 this year. I think 7-10 is a decent number. They're not going to go 1-15.
And now, what I want to put money on, the 0-17 Texans. You heard it here first. We will lose our minds if it actually happens, and we'll go back and clip this and put it on. ESPN will put it on.
Send it to SportsCenter. We called it. But I think Houston has a very, very high chance to go 0-17 if Deshaun Watson does not play.
All right, so now who is...
I think that's the biggest factor.
Who is our AFC champion? And I think I have a clear winner.
The Browns.
The Bills are going.
Clip it. Clip the Browns.
The
Neither of us said the Chiefs.
No.
Wow.
Okay, I understand, like, you just rebuilt and you're strong. Josh Allen, out of left field, is a star. I mean, it's not out of left field. He did good. Like, what, 2019 season? He did pretty good. They're all right. Yeah. Last season he did. Oh my God.
Second in MVP voting.
They're going to make a Super Bowl push the next couple of seasons. A couple as in 2 or 3.
So you know how the Browns did really good this year? They were like 5 points away from making it to the Super Bowl.
The Chiefs play?
Imagine if the Browns had Odell healthy for that game.
That's a different game.
For the rest of the season.
That is a different game.
You get Odell healthy. They go to the Super Bowl, and it's Browns, Bucks. Who knows who wins? Maybe,
Bucks.
I think actually
Browns do not beat the Bucks.
The Browns win that game.
I don't think they could.
The only reason that if Tampa Bay puts up the same amount of points as they did, which was what? How many? 26? It was what, 26-9 or something like that? What was the final? What was the Super Bowl 54 final?
It was 31-9.
31-9. The Chiefs did not have an offensive line for that game.
Nope.
The Browns
ran off secondaries.
3 all-pro offensive line.
Yeah, they do.
They have 3 of the 5 best offensive linemen in the league. And a very promising rookie in Jedrick Wills. I think the Browns win that game.
The Bucks are stacked both sides of the ball.
You only see who's on the Browns defense. I gotta look now. You only see clips of Mahomes getting killed.
This is true.
Because
of the defense. Well, I mean,
because the offensive line was injured.
So
and the receivers couldn't catch.
Am I getting
you
this?
have Jarvis Landry and what is it? T Higgins? Is T Higgins or is it Rashawn Higgins? It's Rashawn Higgins against Myles Garrett, Malik Jackson, Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit plays.
So I have a question for you. If the Chiefs had their normal pretty good line, do they win that game?
I think if they have all of their linemen playing healthy, I think they have a much better chance of winning.
Do you think they win though? Because I don't.
I think it's a coin toss.
I don't think they win.
Yeah, but we're talking about I think the Browns by far has the best offense. Jedrick Wills, very, very good, promising rookie. Joel Bitonio, All-Pro. J.C. Treader, All-Pro. Wyatt Teller, I think, was a second. Jack Conklin, perennial Pro Bowler. That is the best offensive line I think you could put together. Maybe you put Quentin Nelson in there, and, maybe Orlando Brown at a tackle, and that is instantly the best offense. And with Mahomes getting killed like he did, there's a very good chance that the Browns could win that game.
I'd have to watch it. I don't know. I think that the Bucks have too many weapons on both sides, but that's just me.
I think the Browns go to the Super Bowl this year. They picked up Odell's going to be healthy. They picked up Jadeveon Clowney, which I don't know why people sleep on him.
Are you going to be a Browns fan this year?
Hell yeah. I'll be a Browns fan this year. If the Browns win the Super Bowl, I will buy... Hold on. I gotta look at that again. I gotta look at their depth chart. If the Browns win a Super Bowl, I'll buy a Baker Mayfield jersey.
I was gonna say buy a Beckham, like an
no,
OBJ
I can't
jersey.
buy an Odell.
I know.
Can't. That'd just be treason. So the Browns are my AFC champion.
I say Bills.
The NFC.
Yeah.
The NFC. NFC East.
This is
gonna be a tough conference.
actually, you know
one
what?
team is making out of it. Only one team makes it out of it.
Which is Washington.
I think it's Washington.
Which is Washington. Yeah.
Sell me on it. Sell me on it.
Okay,
I'm not sold.
you have Ryan Fitzpatrick. Just in case you have Heineke, which he did great.
He played a game, played good.
Yeah. Your defense. Well, wait, who are their playmakers on Washington? Hold on, let me just.
They got Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel are good. They got Antonio Gibson at running back. It's a good team. Adam Humphries too. Their offensive line. Oh, their offensive line's kind of good. Charles Leno and Brandon Scherf are good.
They went 7-9 last season.
Yeah.
I think Fitz can put a little bit of magic and add a couple of wins.
Their front four are disgusting. I'll give that to them. Their front four are disgusting. Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, and Montez Sweat. That's so.
Their
secondary is not bad.
I'm
worried about their middle three.
You stuttered when I said Washington. Who are you gonna say wins the East?
Who do you think I was gonna say?
Okay, yeah. But fandom
I
aside,
actually think there's a good chance that the Giants win this division. I'll say it.
I think it'll be close. I mean, it's always close, but I think it'll be close.
I'll say it. I think we have a good shot at winning the division.
I also think the Eagles figure themselves out, but still don't put it together fully.
The thing I don't like about our team is we play a 3-4 D.
Yeah.
I don't like having the 3-man front, especially when we don't have a good when we don't have a defining nose tackle. Our nose tackle right now is Austin Johnson, which I'm sure you've never heard of.
No.
Yeah. So, you look at our team. You got Dan Jones.
He's
up in the air.
It's a make or break season, honestly. It's a make or break season.
No, I'm with you. This is his make or break season. I hope he makes it.
I do. Danny Dimes.
I think he will.
I also think he will, honestly.
If he holds on to the football, I think
and stays upright.
I think he has a good year. Saquon, if he stays healthy,
that's
top back in the league.
That's dangerous.
Our three receivers right now are Kenny Galladay, Sterling Shepard, and Darius Slayton.
Yeah, you guys got Kenny Galladay.
Galladay, again, if he stays healthy,
great receiver.
Darius Slayton, a lot of people sleep on. This kid's fast. I think you can just put him on a stick route and he can burn most receivers. And then Shep, obviously very reliable. And then you still got Kadarius Toney, first round pick, and John Ross, another fast receiver. And you got them on the bench still. Evan Ingram, please catch the ball. Please catch the ball. I like the Kyle Rudolph.
What?
I'm a very big fan of Kyle Rudolph.
What do you say is your Giants record?
I think we win the division. Hold on, let me check my schedule. Our defense is good too. By the way. Denver, I think, is close, but we lose. Washington, I think we go 1-1 with.
Yeah, I agree with you.
We win against Atlanta.
Yeah.
New Orleans is close.
You win Dallas.
New Orleans is close. We win Dallas? You think we win Dallas?
Yeah.
You're saying we win Dallas. We win Dallas.
You win Dallas, dude.
Lose Rams. Win Carolina. Lose Chiefs.
That's Vegas up in the air, yeah.
Tampa Bay we lose. Win Philly. Miami's up in the air. Chargers are up in the air. I think we could beat Miami.
I would say if Tua is what they say Tua is, you lose that game.
Yeah, it depends on how Tua plays.
And also, this late in the season was that week 13. If Danny Dimes isn't Danny Dimes,
Chargers, I think we lose. Dallas, Philly again.
Bears, you win that.
We win the Bears. So what's that? 1-1 with Washington. So that's 4 divisional games. 5 divisional. Chicago, Carolina, Atlanta. That's 8 wins I can comfortably see. Then there's Vegas, New Orleans. We play New Orleans early, so they might not have their quarterback situation figured out, which I'm happy with. Denver's kind of up in the air. I could see us at a 10-7 record. I think if we're good, I see us at 10-7, making the playoffs because the rest of our division's ass. That's what I see. And because our defense is kind of stacked. Hold on, I want to go over my defense real quick.
Go ahead.
James Bradbury, Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
Adoree Jackson, which we got from the Titans, very good. Logan Ryan and Jabril Peppers, with Xavier McKinney on the bench, by the way. Blake Martinez at center, or at the inside line, because, you know, he led the league in tackles a couple times. And then Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence at each defensive end. Very good, very spicy. Okay, continue.
NFC West.
The West.
Niners take it. Saying it right now. Niners take it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think the Niners. I do not think the Niners take it.
I do.
I don't think they have enough playmakers on their team. They don't have enough playmakers. Plain and simple. The rest of their division's going to eat them alive. Plus, are you looking at their depth chart right now? They have 7 defensive starters that are questionable or out.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Their issue is health. They cannot stay healthy.
No, none of the Niners can stay healthy.
They never can. If you have Bosa coming back with Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw, that's a good front. Warner and Greenlaw in the linebacker position are good. Jimmy Ward and Jason Verrett are good in the secondary. I don't know. This line is met. Obviously, Trent Williams is very good, but the rest of the line is kind of meh. And that's why you have Kittle and Juszczyk. I think you use them for extra pass protection. But the receivers are all kind of mid. Deebo Samuel didn't have a good year. Brandon Ayuk had a standout year, but still not a great receiver. Mohamed Sanu can't stay on a team. Cost his life.
Yeah.
Mostert, again, injury, and Garoppolo again. I think if this team stays healthy, they do good, not great.
I didn't know like they were all injured. Now I'm gonna take back what I said.
Yeah.
What do you use? Who takes it?
Who takes it?
Yeah.
The Rams. The Rams have 2 of the best defensive players of this generation in Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. And now you have Matthew Stafford. You bring in a proven great quarterback to throw to Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. That's very good. And then you have Whitworth on the left tackle. Higbee and tight end. Van Jefferson's another underrated wide receiver. They just don't have a solid running back option. Darrell Henderson was good last year.
Well, I mean, now with Stafford, they don't really need to run.
Yeah. But, like, their defense is going to hold them down. Aaron Donald is all you need on the defensive front.
Yep.
You got Leonard
You have
Floyd.
to put 2 guys on him, or, you know, sack.
Did you see that clip of Aaron Donald when he had four? I think it was against Miami. He had four offensive linemen on him, and the play ended in a sack because you could have anyone else in a one-on-one situation, and you win that 50% of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest
of the team: Leonard Floyd and Jalen Ramsey, Taylor Rapp. It's a good team.
I think the Seahawks, they do good, and
I think the Seahawks finish last.
Really?
I think the NFC West is so stacked. The Seahawks finish last.
Oh, well, I guess because I'm used to the Cardinals not doing great, and that's where
Cardinals have found their guy.
Cardinals have found. I don't know if Kyler Murray is like fully set to be. I know like he's their guy. I don't know if he's set to be like a very good quarterback right now. I still would like to see a little bit more out of him.
I agree. I think a big issue with his was interceptions. If he's better with the ball, I think it's great, especially with D-Hop.
Yep.
And Fitz. And now they have AJ Green and JJ Watt.
JJ Watt.
JJ Watt and Chandler Jones on each end is the most terrifying I've ever seen.
And I hate people who say JJ Watt is like washed up and old now. He still does.
He was on a bad team.
Good. Yeah.
If he stays healthy,
he's going to be a stud in Arizona, an absolute stud.
Yeah.
I would hate to see him in front of me on the line. I would hate that.
I think if there is the NFC West will be the first, if they stays like this in the next 3 years, the NFC West will be the first team the first division where every team will make the playoffs. Because now that's possible with the 7-team format.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Seattle gets last. I don't know. I don't think their line can hold up.
I know. I just checked their line. Their line is injured.
Yeah, I don't think their line can hold up to the pass rush that's in their division.
They have DK. They have Tyler Lockett.
They have DK and Lockett, but Russ isn't going to have enough time to throw to them. Chris Carson is mid, in my opinion. Not great, not terrible. But they don't have any other good receivers.
That's true. DK is only really useful for deep balls because he can catch them and get you touchdowns, but like, you know, you have other guys to throw short.
And so is Lockett. I think DK and
Lockett's pretty underrated in my opinion. Lockett is a strong... Yeah.
I think that they have... Their skills overlapped. They are both deep ball receivers, and they need someone for the slot. They need someone who can check down. But all three of their receivers really are just deep ball. Freddie Swain is more of a deep ball receiver too. And they don't have the line where you throw it deep. And their defense, their secondary is good. Jamal Adams.
They just paid Jamal Adams.
They just paid him
4 years, $70 million, I think.
Something stupid. But you got Bobby Wagner, Carlos Dunlap, Poona Ford. You got good to decent guys.
I still think it's funny, isn't it, that Jamal Adams only has 2 interceptions or something like that?
Yeah, he has he said if he didn't get the deal he wanted, and the Hawks were gonna franchise tag him, he was gonna be a linebacker so he'd get more money. Because linebackers on the franchise tag get more money than safeties, and you can make a legitimate case that he's a linebacker other than a safety, which I think is funny.
He has 2 interceptions, 1 pick six.
Yeah,
which is one of the interceptions.
They play him more as a linebacker. They do like to shove him at the line. So many safety blitzes. But I think the Rams win the division, Niners second, Cardinals third, Seahawks finish last, which, as much as that pains me to say, Seahawks can be a 10 win that finish last in their division.
NFC North is a pretty easy conversation.
Packers win it. Vikings second. Bears third. Lions last.
Moving on.
Do we need to discuss?
We don't.
We don't need to discuss anymore.
The Lions suck now. The Packers have Rodgers. They're going to be good. The Vikings are going to do all right. They're going to do what they do.
The Vikings are going to be average, maybe clinch the 7th seed.
The Bears, they're going to be like, "Oh, we have Justin Fields. He's not your answer." Oh,
I think that the NFC is so bad that the Vikings could easily get a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Because the one team's coming out of the East. I think only one team is coming out of the South.
That's pretty obvious.
And then you're getting. And then what's that leave? That leaves you 5 extra spots. So 2 out of the North, and I'd say 3 out of the West. So I think the Vikings are already looking pretty good. They just have to not fuck it up.
This is true.
But yeah, the NFC South is weird.
Bucks take it.
The Bucks easily.
We can.
That's not a conversation.
What was their record last year?
They were a 5th seed in the playoffs. Like, I don't think they were 10. No, they were 10 wins.
They went 11-5.
11-5, yeah. Okay.
But that was with Drew Brees, who went 12-4. Drew Brees is not in the league.
Drew Brees beat them twice in the regular season. 2 of those 5 losses were to the same, and one of them was a fucking blowout.
So
they scored 3 points.
We'd give those 2 wins back, honestly. The Bucks are better.
Wins?
Yeah, they can do it.
Or 14.
They can do that. Easy.
Let's take a look at their schedule. All right, so you got Cowboys. They win.
Yep.
Atlanta. They win.
Yeah.
The Rams, I think, is close.
The Rams is a fight.
Rams is a toss-up. New England, they win. Miami, they win. Philly, they win. Chicago, they win. New Orleans, they win. Washington, New York, they win.
Indy's a fight.
A toss-up. Atlanta, they win. Buffalo's a toss-up. The New Orleans, Carolina, New York. Jets, Carolina, they win all 4 of those.
So what was that? 3 or 4 losses?
3 toss-ups.
Yeah.
3 toss-up games, which if we give all of them,
let's say they're all losses, 14-3.
That's a good record. Yeah, I think the Bucks clinch number 1.
They could technically go, or not. They could potentially go undefeated in the regular season.
I don't want to see any team go undefeated.
Tommy, I love you, kid. You did the Patriots.
You almost had it. You almost had it once. And then my buddy Eli had something to say about it.
I want you to burn.
Love Eli. Did you see him and Peyton are doing a? They're gonna be doing a co-stream with Monday Night Football now for ESPN.
Huh.
They're just gonna be sitting around with each other talking about random shit while the game is on. And I think that's hysterical. I'm gonna watch every single one of them.
I don't like how they retired his number though. I don't like
Eli?
Yeah, why?
What do you mean why? He won us 2 Super Bowls. He won us Super Bowls, not like the team. He was the playmaker.
No, I get that, and I get the whole retiring number things, and I'm so down for it. Like, New England.
He also played for 16 years.
But
usually when you have a star quarterback play for 16 years, you give him some respect.
No. I'm so down with that. My problem is, and especially now that they increased the number rule, jerseys are getting thinner. Jersey numbers are getting thinner, and it's not, great. Because in baseball, you wear whatever number you want. You could retire a couple. You still got, 97 left.
Yeah.
But football, receivers can only wear so many. Quarterbacks can only wear so many. And then, so a quarterback says he wears number 5. Receivers can now wear 1, 2, 3, 4, Well,
what is it? Receivers can wear like 1 through 50 or something, and then the 80s.
They can wear 1 through 19 and then 80s. I don't think with the new rule, it didn't say receivers can wear them into the 20s. Like,
let me check out.
I think fullbacks can wear 20s and 30s and 40s. I don't
look at the NFL jersey rule.
I don't think the new rule allows receivers to wear over 19 now. Like not
The
including
expanded jersey will allow running backs, tight ends, fullbacks, halfbacks, and wide receivers to wear numbers 1 through 49 and 80 through 89. Defensive backs can choose from 1 through 49, linebackers 1 through 59 and 90 to 99, offensive linemen 50 to 79, defensive linemen 50 to 79, and 90 to 99. Quarterbacks, kickers, and punters will remain.
You know what? I'm gonna retract my statement. I think that's a good idea.
Thank you.
No, I didn't know receivers could wear past 20. I just didn't know that.
So you can have a receiver, like an actual like whiteout, wear like 48.
Well, because
that's cool.
I thought that receivers only got to go down. I didn't think they went up. I was pissed when the rules came out because I briefed. I didn't really read it because I was like, if I played in the NFL, which I won't, I couldn't wear number 21. I guess I could now.
No, you could.
Which it always boggled me that receivers couldn't wear 20s, but running backs could. And running backs are basically, you can have them as a whiteout on any play, but that's besides.
Anyways, the NFC South. Bucks win it.
Saints second.
Panthers third, depending on how Darnold plays.
If Darnold learns, if Darnold is good in a different scheme, yeah, I can see that.
I like Matt Rule as a coach. I think he fits well with Carolina, and I think he will have success. I think Matt Rule will be a good coach. But Atlanta, what are we gonna do with you?
Yeah. You're not what you used to be, and you won't be for a while. Their defense
was awful last year, and they didn't do anything to it.
Who do you?
They have Grady Jarrett, who pretty decent. Not like my first pick for defensive end, but all right. Dante Fowler Jr. as a linebacker, and those are about the only names.
You have Kyle Pitts, you have Calvin Ridley, you know. Yeah.
I don't know why.
You have a Matt Ryan who is aging.
Listen, I love Kyle Pitts.
I love Kyle Pitts.
He's the most athletic person in this draft. You did not need Kyle Pitts when you have Hayden Hurst.
No, you're gonna get money wherever you go. Kyle Pitts, like he would have gotten money. He would have gotten playing time.
Hayden Hurst is the most underrated tight end in the league. I will stand by that statement until the day I die. He is underrated. Mike Davis.
I think now that you say that, I think he was one of my go-to guys in my Madden when I did my dad, and he was and he got drafted to the Falcons.
Yeah.
And I think Hayden Hurst was like one of my top guys who
he's good.
Yeah, you're right. He was good.
And then you have Calvin Ridley and Russell Gage are both good. They're both good receivers. I cannot pronounce the name of this second receiver. Olamide. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. It's not good. And then you got their line is not good either. The Falcons lose a lot of games this year.
They're gonna stink. Let me look at their schedule. They're playing some tough teams.
They play New York in London. They play the Jets in London. Maybe they win that one. They go 1-1 with Carolina, maybe, depending on how Darnold plays. They beat Detroit.
Yeah.
Maybe they get lucky against New Orleans once. They might beat Philly.
I don't think
no more than 5 wins.
As a New England fan, I don't think I'll ever take a loss against the Falcons, and therefore we will not lose to them in Week 11.
Yeah. I don't see more than 5 wins.
Because we will not hear the end of it.
That's true. Yeah, I think Tampa Bay clearly comes out of clearly out of the South. So who's your NFC winner?
Bucks.
Really?
Yep.
Sticking with the Bucks? You sticking with Brady?
I don't like the Bucks as a team. I do love Tom Brady. I grew up a Patriots fan. I'm always gonna be a Patriots fan. I love number 12. It looks great on, the old jerseys with the gray highlights. Bucks are still good. They have weapons everywhere you look. Their receivers, their tight ends, their line, their defense, their quarterback situation. Not even Brady, but Kyle Trask. They're just too good. They're too good.
Okay.
I was just about to say that. I could, if the Rams just have like a amazing year, yeah, I could see it. The Rams are going to be pretty really?
Rams Browns Super Bowl. Matt Stafford gets his first ring.
His first year away. I think that'll be really funny. His first year away.
It fits. It fits. If you're stuck in Detroit for years, just move to LA and you will prosper. That's what it'll show. Yeah. And I really hope he does, because I love Matt Stafford as a player.
I love him as a Do you know how the charities he does in Detroit?
Yeah, he does a shit ton of
he built a school or something. Or something to do. I think he helped fund a school or a children's hospital or something. There's I think there's a Stafford hallway in a hospital in Detroit because he just spends so much money at the city.
What a good guy.
No, Matt Stafford's just a genuine good person, and that's why he put so much on social media about leaving Detroit.
Yeah, because you've also spent your entire career there. He's been there since he got drafted 2009.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
Was he I know he's the 1 overall pick. I think he was after the 0-16 season.
He was drafted.
He was drafted 1 overall. I think it was after they went 0-16. And I think he brought them to somewhat better. I mean, they haven't gone 0-16 in a while.
I love how it's not telling me.
So he must have done something right.
First overall 2009.
Yeah, 2009. I think that was after that. Yeah, that was after that season. So, I mean, I really hope he shows up.
I think he will.
He's got weapons. He's got the line. His defense can hold it down for him. I think all the pieces are together in LA. I think Los Angeles football in general is going to have a phenomenal year.
Yeah, because Herbie is going to ball out again.
Because Herbert's going to ball out. And Stafford's going to ball out. All right.
Now,
so we've gone through the divisions. Wait, who's your Bucks? So your Bucks, Bills,
Bucks,
Super Bowl?
Bills, yeah. Like what it should have been.
That's disgusting. That's just gross. Do you really think the Bills should have beaten the Chiefs there? Hold on, explain.
Well, no, I want to see Josh Allen get a ring. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I just like Josh Allen. Yeah. I hate the Bills, but Josh Allen, you can't deny that smile.
I like the Bills. I'm okay with a New
They're
York
in my division, and I'm not cool with it.
Yeah, that's how I hate the Eagles and the Cowboys. I always grew up hating the Eagles and the Cowboys, but the football, when they were the Redskins, it was always fine. We'd always beat up on them because they were never a good team until they got Kirk Cousins for 3 years. But they're the least hated division rival, I think, because even now, we've won our last 4 or 5 matchups against them. I'm not scared.
I don't like. I don't like how Bills came out of nowhere. They're just good now, and it sucks. And
I do. I love it.
And Miami is good. Why? Because Patriots aren't a huge threat.
I want Cole Beasley to get a ring.
Why is that?
I like Cole Beasley.
Oh, okay.
Their line is like everything about this team good.
I kind of, you know what?
I'm looking at them.
You know what?
Everything about
I
them
think
is
I'm gonna
good.
be cool with the Bills this year, just because I want Mitchell Trubisky to have a ring. Just because it's funny. Because he's an MVP.
He's the MVP.
He's the MVP.
The first and only MVP.
And I think
he's good.
I think the MVP deserves a ring as a backup.
You have Josh Allen. You have 3 good running backs. You have Singletary, Zach Moss, and Matt Breida. Those are 3 good running backs.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Colby. All good receivers. Jacob Hollister and Dawson Knox, pretty decent tight end. I wouldn't sleep on them. Deion Dawkins, John Feliciano, very good line. Star Lotulelei, good defensive tackle. Ed Oliver, Mario Addison, Tremaine Edmonds, Davius White, Micah Hyde. Like, you got some serious talent on the team. The Bills, I think it's a Bills
Rams.
Bills Browns.
Oh, Bills
Browns AFC Championship, and the Browns win it. And then for the
that'll be a good
NFC,
game. Me and you are going against each other with the Bills and the Browns.
For the NFC, it's gonna be the Rams and the Packers, and the Packers are gonna get blown out at home.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about the Packers. They're a threat.
They're a threat because they have Rodgers, but Rodgers is gonna get pissed because postseason Rodgers is gonna show up, and then they're gonna lose in the championship to the Rams. Could you imagine Matthew Stafford goes into Green Bay as a Ram and beats Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs?
Tell that to somebody a couple years ago.
Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams, Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at Lambeau Field.
Don't
in the championship game.
The Rams and Lions have an early game, I think.
I hope.
I believe they do.
I want to see Detroit get wiped off the face of the earth. We haven't talked about Detroit going 0-17.
It's week 7, but
oh my god.
Oh, that is
Detroit.
I think that's more possible than the Texans. I think that's
San Fran, they lose. Green Bay, they lose. Baltimore, they lose. Chicago, they lose, I think.
Yeah.
Minnesota, they lose.
The Bears are a better team than the
lose.
Lions.
Cincy, they lose. Rams, they lose. Philly's going to be the one game Detroit wins. Pittsburgh, toss up.
It'll be
they should beat Pittsburgh.
The same thing that happened this year with the Jets and the Jags. The Lions are going to win a game and the Texans aren't, and then that's why the Texans are going to get the first overall.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they beat Philly. Maybe Atlanta.
So I'm saying
3 wins max for the Lions.
I'm saying easy. Lions can beat the Texans in a game.
I think if they played a game, yeah, the Lions could win. Who's on their roster? Let's check out the
Lions.
So Jared Goff, yeah.
Yeah, Jared Goff.
DeAndre
cool.
Swift and Jamal Williams are 2 good running backs.
TJ Hawkinson.
No. Yeah, TJ Hawkinson is such a good tight end.
Stud. He once his contract is over, he's gone.
I don't know their number 1 receiver, but I know they're 2 and 3. Rashad Perryman is good. Underrated for the Jets last year. And Amon-Ra St. Brown was a draft pick, I believe. And he's
also don't know
he's gonna
who
be pretty good.
Tyrell Williams is.
I don't know who he is.
It's his
Frank Ragnow?
It's his 7th season in the NFL.
Oh, what? Frank Ragnow and Penei Sewell on the same line should be good. They should have a pretty decent front line. As for defense, you got Trey Flowers. Jeff Okudah was a waste of a draft pick.
Their number one receiver was drafted by the San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
He has one season with 1,000 yards. The rest are 90, 700, 600, 600.
So decent. He's like a 3 anywhere else but Detroit.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the Lions got Ifeatu Melifonwu. He should be good. I think they should start him over Okuda. Melifonwu, his brother Obi went to UConn.
Hey, nice.
Just a little, it's a little fun fact for you. But he went to Syracuse, and I don't know how they went to rival schools like that, but go off. But, all right, before we end it, what's your hot take? What's one hot take?
I was just gonna say Pat's good, but that's they're just gonna be good.
I don't know. That's not like
that's not hot.
Yeah, that's lukewarm.
Let's see. I don't know. I think we know we kind of just sprinkled them.
We went over a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
Steelers have a top 5 draft pick.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think the Steelers get a top 5 draft pick this year. Even though their defense is good, their offense is not.
You know what?
Offense is the most overrated offense.
I do have a hot take. Sam Darnold's gonna fucking ball out. I think Sam Darnold's gonna ball out.
Yeah, but does he lead the Panthers to playoffs?
That's not what I said.
You just said he balls out.
I just said Sam Darnold's gonna be good.
Okay, I'm looking. They got Robbie Anderson, who's a good receiver. McCaffrey, and they have Chuba Hubbard as their backup running back, who's good. Their line is okay. They have Derek Brown, Shaq Thompson, J.C. Horn. Should be a good rookie for them. I don't know. Panthers are weird.
I don't think they're gonna be back to their super.
Hold on, let me read something from let me read an ESPN quote. Matt Rule said the Panthers weren't, quote, very good at getting open and catching in Wednesday's joint practice against the Ravens. But he felt quarterback Sam Darnold was sharp.
Hey.
Thank you, David Newton.
Well, I think this is a great introduction into our NFL knowledge and what we think is going to happen this season.
Yeah. We should try to do weekly things.
We should. Who knows?
We'll see. We could do game recaps once the season actually starts.
We could do that. MLB news, because the postseason goes in the beginning of the, or not the beginning, but nearly the beginning of the NFL season.
Yeah, so when everything's boring,
so when the Dodgers are in the World Series.
Yeah, and weeks 6 through what was it, 10 probably, we'll be getting MLB postseason, which hopefully the Red Sox can bring it back. But
I don't like how there was a sweep in the Bronx, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's one thing Anthony and I can agree on, is we're Red Sox fans.
Yeah, I'm weird with sports. But I think that was a good wrap on today's episode.
All right. I will catch y'all Mingas on the flip, and word to your mother.